Hey, what's going on, fellas? Fearmaky here, bringing you yet another guide, this time on Shaman, Wrath of the Elements. Oh my god, there's so much stuff happening here on the screen, it's crazy. Talk about the clutter. Anyways, the Shaman is an amazing class. It's one of the classes that I was able to reach the highest attacks per second out of all the classes. I mean, as high as like 17.22 attacks per second. Obviously, we throttled it back down to 16.05 to, be at a good attack speed breakpoint, as well as, gaining a lot of damage. But yes, if you min-maxed it with a mayhem on the mercenary and tweaked a couple of other pieces of gear, you can get as high as 18%, I believe, attack speed. But you would be losing some damage and sacrificing it in the process, and I don't think at that rate it's not worth it anymore. But anyway, 16.05 attacks per second, guys, is a massive number. I mean, 16 attacks per second, just absorb that for a second if you can. Anyways, due to the fact that the Shaman can attack so fast, every ability on his talent tree is proccing and it's going off regardless, as well as coupled with the Shaman set bonus that we're using here that I'm going to show you guys, which is called God of the Elements, which you have a 35% chance to cast Elemental Blast when you're attacking, and you're doing 16 attacks per second. It's just Elemental Blast constantly. That rainbow you see, that massive element cloud that you see going off there, is the Elemental Blast. And then on top of that, you drop your totems that's constantly pulsating outwards as well with fire. And then you have boulders dropping from the sky. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. You have meteor storms, you have boulders, you have lava spills on the ground, you have rock fragments also being thrown at the target. It's just so much happening. Then you have the storm totem, you have the fire totem, you have the earth totem proccing, which also stuns the target. The Shaman, you thought the Plague Doctor was tanky and unkillable. The Shaman is absolutely a tank. I mean, right now with the build setup I'm running here is only at 79% dodge. But if you swapped a couple of pieces, for example the helm for the set piece of the Shaman, then you can go as high as 90% dodge chance. And you can go even further if you put on a one-hander and you put on the Shadow Buckler shield. You're as high as 113% dodge chance. Obviously, you're going to drop your damage down, significantly, but it's insane. But with how fast the Shaman is attacking at 16 attacks per second, you can afford to drop the dodge chance, at least on softcore, and go with just 79%. And the ring that we're using, which is, I'll show you guys in the video, the Demon Eye ring, has 5% life per hit. And if you're doing 16 attacks per hit, think about the sustain on that. It's absolutely crazy. Okay? You're talking 80% life on hit with each attack. It's absolute tank. Look here, I'm not even moving for Samara on Wormhole 500. And this was other bosses as well. I didn't move at all, just stood there and just deleted them. I have no regards for mechanics while playing the Shaman. Talk about a beast. Anyways, this is Uber Damien. The Shaman made him into a complete joke, as usual. I mean, all the meta builds I put together makes the Uber Damien a complete joke. It doesn't scale correctly. But I mean, this is a good entry point to get gear. With that, anyways, let's get into the build. Alright guys, let's dive into the meta of the Shaman. So on your action bar, you want totems. Places 3 totems at his feet. Your second ability, you want Totem Awakening. Temporarily increases the chieftain's and his totem's attack speed and damage. It does work, it's pretty awesome. Chieftain's Rage. The chieftain temporarily increases his elemental damage done by attacks and abilities. This is massive for your elemental blast. And then you use the elemental blast as a filler. And the reason why I say filler keyword is you'll know what I mean when we get into the build. Anyways, for the gear, we're going with the pendant, spirit pendant, which is the Shaman set piece, Wrath, God of the Elements, which procs Elemental Blast freely. Your attacks have a 35% chance to cast Elemental Blast. But this neck piece has 4,000 energy, 5,900 stam, 27% energy, 27% armor, which you will need, and 60% attack speed once you rune down runes into it. And then the massive +3 to all talents. This neck is insane. For the helm, the meta of the season, the Harlequin Crest. If you're able to get this helm to 115%, it's best in slot. You have 4,500 energy, 3,900 stamina, 4,400 magic damage, which is huge, 27% magic damage, 20% attack speed from the Dow runes, 14% cooldown reduction, and +3 to all talents. The charm, I went with Hello, It's Me, Steve, because of the massive attack speed, as well as the 8% crit rate, 18% crit damage, 18% CDR. You can use other necks, as you see here, charms, but this is a very good choice. It yielded the most damage on our test, and obviously it's because of the crit rate, crit damage. For the weapon, I went with the Talons of Wisdom. This weapon is ridiculous. 40% dodge, okay? 3,000 strength, which really doesn't benefit us much, but 6,100 energy, 3,200 stam, 11,000 magic damage, which is massive for our DPS, 283% magic damage. What a freaking talent, dude. It's insane. And then almost 90% attack speed with all 6 Dow runes. And then to top it off, 15% CDR. Also comes inherently with Arcane Fury at 20%. And then I also rolled a ability dice on it. Right click ability token. And I put in 19% critical strike. This is massive for reaching high numbers and proccing. To me, by far, one of the meta abilities on any weapon. Okay, I haven't tested the other ones as much or with every weapon. I know Barizza is up there, you know, but by far one of the highest abilities you have on any weapon. The Arcane Fury is a chance on attack to create a magic AoE explosion around the target. Man, does it happen. Anyways, chest, we went with the Dark Shroud. Strength not that important, 7,000 stam, 57% attack speed is huge because of the 6 Dow runes, 16% critical strike, 28% critical damage, which allows us to reach huge numbers. On the gloves, we went with the Shaman set piece, Hand of Wilderness, 5,800 stam, 15% total stam, 5,100 magic damage, 68% attack speed, 4% Dow runes into the sockets, 15% CDR. This is massive. Again, we want to maintain the God of the Elements set bonus for the Elemental Blast. Your attacks have a 35% chance to cast Elemental Blast. Well, you can times that by 16. You'll see why. For the belt, the best belt was the Viper Skin belt. Again, for the 3,000 energy almost, the 1,400 magic damage, the 27% magic damage, and then 42% attack speed, socket down runes as well. The mana, not really important, irrelevant for the build. For the ring, we went with the Demon Eye ring. All of these are good choices, but the Demon Eye ring because of the 5% life on hit, the +2 to all talents, massive. And then I put a Dow rune in it as well. Plus you get the nice flight, not flight, you get the nice 1000 to all stats on there. The potion, this time around we switched it up. You thought it was going to be Bottle of Radicate, huh? I mean, Bottle of Sake. We went with the Elixir of Death, the 37% attack speed. Put in 2 Dow runes in it. This is massive for this class. So as you notice, we're stacking attack speed on everything. And the Berserk Rage temporarily increases all damage dealt. It's 20% flat damage increase when you use the potion. On the boots, we went with the Boots of the Wild. Also to maintain the set bonus, God of the Elements. It's a 4-piece set. You need at least 3 to get the bonus, so we're going with the boots, the gloves, and the neck. You have the 169 speed, 5200 energy, 5800 stamina, 5200 magic damage, 20% attack speed from the Dow runes, and then you have some nice resist on it as well, but it's mandatory because of the set bonus. And that is it for the gear. On your follower, I went with the Slate for Fanatism, which gives us 20% attack speed aura. Again, Helmet of Dominator, and as usual, Shroud of the Elements. I did try it with, I already put it in the bank, with Mystify, which used to be enigmatic. Not worth it. I'm telling you, not worth it. If you want to get really crazy and go above 16% attack speed, you know, reach that 17, you can try Mayhem, which will proc Moonshine Madness, and it will give you the attack speed bonus, but not worth it in my opinion. Okay. For talents, well, hero levels first, we went with Ancient Power, Gut Ripper, 50% into attack speed, and then the rest you want to go into energy all the way as you level up. Mercenary as usual, 30 multi-shot, 30 rapid fire, 30 piercing shot, 6 scatter shot. Now for the talents, believe it or not, out of the all the classes, the Shaman is pretty well balanced. I didn't find anything broken within the talents, so we're going to dive right into what we did here. First, put a point on everything, on every single talent on the tree. The reason why is this is a very attack proc heavy class, and you want to be procking everything. So the abilities that actually carry the build is your Elemental Blast at 20 points, Totem Awakening at 20 points to increase your attack speed and magic damage by 56%, and then Chieftain Rage to increase your magic damage and attack speed again by another 56%. This is crazy, this class. Absolutely love it. And then we split this up. We put 10 points in Storm Totem, 10 points in Fire Totem, and then the rest put in the Earth Totem. There wasn't no need to dump 20 points in all totems. On average, the damage was lower across the board. And it makes sense because once you have 3 totems attacking at the same time, you know, with increased, talents and damage on it and just proccing everything, it's better than just a flat dumping 20 points in here. On average, this yielded more damage and the highest damage. Okay? So don't be fooled by putting more points into here. It's not going to work, believe me. And then everything else you put a point in because of the passive procs. I mean, you want that with this class. The reason why you want that with this class, attack speed is at 10.64 attacks per second. Now watch when I pop, then you couple it. This is the relics right here. Couple it with these relics. You also have the rocket battery proc. And we tried all proc relics to also see how it worked because of the insane attack speed. It was okay. It wasn't any faster clearing the wormhole 500. Didn't do any crazy damage on the dummy either. So going with this setup was better. But you know, if you want to have some fun on Inferno 5, you can go with all proc relics, and it's pretty nutty as well. But this is the relics. Now watch when we pop Totem Awakening and Chieftain Rage. Our attack speed is at 10.64. Popped it. 16.5. Okay. 16 attacks per second is insane. I think I got up to as high as 17.22, I think, by messing around with different gear loadouts and, all attack speed relics. Um, in the end, though, this was a good, attack breakpoint at 16 and also yielded the most damage. The highest we did was 1.3 billion. I'll show you a clip of it, but pretty nutty with the attack speed. So the way the build works is you're doing 16 attacks per second, coupled with your set bonus. Your attacks have a 35% chance to cast Elemental Blast. Your Elemental Blast is just constantly up, constantly. Which is the reason why we coined the build Wrath of the Elements. I mean, look at what's going on here on the screen. It's just absolutely insane. Alright, that's why we went Wrath of the Elements. Alright, this is the part of the video where we do a build variant for you guys. So on the neck, you have a couple of choices. You can go with the Raven's Claw, the High Demon Necklace as well. For the helm, you can wear the Shaman set piece, the Wendigo. And you can also go with the Genji battle helmet, or any attack speed helmet for that matter, with magic damage will complement you. For the charm, you can definitely use the rainbow, pretty good. You can use Torch of Shadows or any other magic, energy, attack speed relic will also work. I mean charm, I'm sorry. For the weapon, I tested it with Steve Wands of Fortune with the set bonus. It was decent. You can also use elemental claws. On the chest, you can use the Genji battle armor with the helm for the bonus. It's pretty decent. You can also use the Mayhem chest for the Moonshine. Force was not worth it. But really, any chest with magic element damage, you'll be pretty okay starting out. For the gloves, we used the Assassin Mitts. It was pretty good. Not best in slot, though. Again, you can use any gloves with magic damage. Attack speed will be good. For the belt, you can use the Commander Sash or the Monkey Skin. They're all pretty good belts. Obviously, meta is Viper Skin. For the ring, you can use Dragon Steel Ring for even more attack speed. Wasn't worth it in my tests, and it would not reach another breakpoint. But you can certainly do that as well. It also comes with flight. You can use Razband for the extra elemental damage. You can use Rad Bull Potion. You can also use Ghostly Potion for the +2 to all talents if you can get it to 115. And on the boots, you can use Assassin Shadow Mitts. Okay. The Sovereignty mana build that worked last season for the Shaman is no longer a thing. That's why you see me with Arcane Marches here. You'll see the Stone of Jordan. You'll see the Thinking Cap here. Doesn't work. I put the other pieces in the bank. I had, Sovereignty, all that. Just so you know, it doesn't work. I'll show you a test quick with the Steve set. And then you can put on the Shadow Buckler as well. You can see the attack speed is only at 1401, even though you put on the shield for the massive attack speed. But then when you drop the weapon, but then when you put on the weapon, you just lose a lot of attack speed compared to the two-hander. So you're only at 14, 17 instead of 16.5. I'll show you this one test quick with the Steve Stickman set in case I know people will question about it. It's a very good set. I know we're using it on the Plague Doctor, but it doesn't yield, you know, 1.3, 1.1 billion damage on the Shaman. But if you're and again, it's a very rare set to get, right? Like I said it in my Plague Doctor video. It's equivalent to an angelic. So there you go. Just, you know, in case you're curious about the Steven stick set, it's not that good on the Shaman for this build. The meta build does 1.2, 1.3 billion damage when you get lucky procs, and you get way more attack speed, right? Using it as well. I messed up my rotation. Yeah, I was late. Whatever, 756. You get the point. If you get lucky procs, it's going to go up there, and then you can see. Well, there you have it, guys. The Shaman Wrath of the Elements meta build. Thank you very much, guys. Please don't forget to comment, like, and smash that subscribe button. Please check me out on Twitch. I'm always streaming there daily. Not streaming as much anymore because I'm trying to finish these videos and guides for you, you know, for the community. But I appreciate all the support, all the comments. I do have plans in the future, guys, to do beginner and medium entry guides for you guys. I'm not forgetting the casual players. Roll deep. Woo!